You're listening to Confidence with Katie, a podcast created for ambitious, savvy women who are ready to embrace their inner badass. If you're ready to figure out exactly what you want and how to get there, I want you to jump on in and join me, executive coach, fire starter, and your podcast host, Katie Langford. Hi, friend. Can I call you friend? I sure hope so. When I sit down to record these podcasts, even to brainstorm and strategize about them, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you, that badass woman who I just want to help inspire and impact. And so I'm glad that you're here today. I'm Katie, and my team and I are also happy that you're here for Confidence with Katie, episode number 9, the cold, hard truth about control. Y'all, oh my goodness, I have so many friends, family members, clients, even strangers that I know that want to control everything. Maybe you're one of those people. Maybe your best friend is one of those people. Maybe you're married to one of those people. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the planner. I'm not talking about that girl, right? The planner is the one that has the detailed description of everything we're going to do. She's the one that is going to rock Thanksgiving next week. No, I'm talking about the control freak. In fact, it's kind of funny to bring up control freak and Thanksgiving next week because I become a total control nutso during Thanksgiving week. I want everything done my way. I don't want anyone in my way. And in fact, I don't want your help. It is my way or the highway. Does that sound familiar for some of y'all? Here is what I have learned. It is not possible for us to control everything in our lives. So today I'm coming to you as a fellow control freak with one of my absolute favorite tools. It's designed for people just like me who want to be able to control everything, but simply have to accept the fact that we can't. But first, let me share our badass inspiration of the week. Today's badass is my dear friend, Alana K. Latchley. I just call her Alana. But in her new world and in her new business, she is Alana K. She is the founder of Alana K Art. I've been friends with Alana for almost a decade now, and I have witnessed her making so many sacrifices in her life and her career for her husband and her child. Perhaps your story is similar. She's made several major moves across the country to be able to support her husband's career. And because of that, she's had to put some of her dreams and goals on the back burner. Over the past 5 years, I have seen her really try and figure out what it is that she wants to do. I've also watched her learn how to listen to where God is calling her. Just a few short years ago, on a whim, because she's super creative, she decided to paint a table that she was going to use in her home office. That weekend project turned into her business. And now she is inspiring so many people with her colorful resin paintings. And she's taking it a step further. She's turning her love of her art into the love of other things that she's super excited about, like leggings, acrylic trays, scarves, these awesome cocktail glasses, and other home decor. I have to say, I'm also very proud of the fact that I own her very first commissioned piece. And of course, ladies, it is appropriately titled Badass. I'd love for you to check out her and her story at alanakart.com or follow her on Instagram at alanakart. I love sharing the success of other badass women. It truly just lights me up. And I love having friends like Alana who inspire me every single day. And now I want to get back to today's topic, the cold, hard truth about control. What's funny is I remember when Alana tried to control every single thing to try and get her where she was in her career. It was when she let go that Alana K. Art was born. Kind of funny for us to think about that. So here's the question that I want to address today. When did we get it in our head that it was our job to control everything? And please tell me, when has it worked out for you when you try to control everything? Y'all, I know it hasn't always worked out for me. And I want to start with a personal story of mine. As you know, I spent the majority of my early career in fundraising. When I was 28 years old, I had an awesome position. I was in a high-profile position working with Dallas's top female execs and community leaders. I mean, I am 28 and I am getting meetings with some of the top presidents, CEOs, senior vice presidents, partners, like true pinch me moments. Each of these ladies were giving the organization I worked for at least a $10,000 plus annual gift. And here's the thing. I thought I needed to be absolutely perfect. Because I was working with such amazing women, I thought that I couldn't just be me. I needed to be something that I wasn't. And what happened with that was I would get so completely overwhelmed, stressed out, become the rudest, most arrogant person. And that's when my boss gave me a tool that I use all the time to this day. Now, more on that in just a few minutes. Over the years, I have learned that some things are in my control and some are not. It's how we handle the situation that's important. And I know I'm not alone in this. Let me share how trying to control everything has impacted some of my clients. I have had clients that once we start working together, we uncover that they are micromanagers. Ugh. I love it because, when you were working with a leader, they always say, oh, I hate micromanagers. And then if you ask them if they are one, they always say, well, no, I'm not a micromanager, but I like to stay on top of my team. I need to know everything that's going on all of the single time. Here's what's funny. I'll never forget the woman that I was working with that said she was helping her team. And what she meant by helping her team was actually doing the work for them. Have you ever encountered a leader like that, a boss like that, a manager like that? Or in fact, are you the person who's leading others? If so, have you ever found yourself helping someone else? And I am definitely putting helping in air quotes. Let me ask you, what would you think if your boss helped you do your job? What would you think if your boss hired you to do something and then took it away from you because they didn't believe you were doing it the way they wanted, the correct way, the right way? They didn't like what you were doing. And so rather than strategizing with you and coaching you to help you do it in the way that's best for you, they just helped you and took it away. Y'all, helping bosses, true bosses that help you grow and learn, those are great. Micromanagers, whether it's you or someone you know that helps someone by taking away their work, that is not helping. And we can't control others that way. Let me share one other client story with you. As you know, I help so many women transition in their career, whether they want to get promoted or get a new job, or they're a business owner that wants to level up their company. And I always love working with women who are transitioning to get a new role. And this, my friends, is when you see control freakness come out of the woodworks. One of the reasons why people hire me is because I actually have a process that I put people through that helps them get real jobs and jobs that they love. Y'all, I see time and time again that people look at me and say, I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. Listen, girlfriend, if you want to do it your way, go for it. But let me help you do it in a way that is actually going to work. See, sometimes when we are so focused on control, it is because we think that if we don't control everything, we're going to lose it all. And in fact, the tighter that we grip around control, the less control we typically have. When have you found yourself trying to control the situation? Has it been at work? Maybe with your significant other? Have you tried controlling your kids? As you all know, I don't have any children, but I have lots of friends with kids. It's always very funny to watch them try to control them. How has this worked out for you in the past? You know, when you're in one of those situations where you simply cannot control the external forces, the people or situations in your life, I have a simple solution. When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you are responding to what's happening. That is where the true power is. I know, listen, I know, ladies, because I know myself. I know that this is something that's easier said than done. So let me give you one way to apply this in your life. I want to introduce you to my favorite tool. And probably because when it was introduced to me, I was a complete control freak. I call it the circle of control. It's a super easy technique, and you can use this anytime, anywhere. In fact, today in our show notes, we are going to give you a copy of the Circle of Control worksheet. And it's very simple. You don't even need the worksheet. You can do this anytime, anywhere. What you do is at the top of the worksheet, you write the situation or people that are facing you. And then there's a giant circle on the page. And on the bottom half of the page, there's no circle. Here's what you do. You write what you can control about the situation, the person, the project, whatever it is that you're facing. You write what you can control in the circle. And then you write all of the things you can't control on the outside of the circle. Let me give you an example. Perhaps you're having a challenging situation with a coworker. You and the coworker just aren't communicating and hearing each other correctly. And it's causing frustration, and maybe you are being put into the situation where you're going to not meet a deadline. You know, something is causing angst. So at the top of your page, you just write the situation with Sally. And in the center of the worksheet, in that circle, you write what you can control. You can control what you say to Sally. You can control how you say it. You can control how you deliver that message, whether it's in person or over the phone. Maybe if you're in different time zones or offices, you can use Skype or GoToMeeting. Perhaps you can walk down to their office or cube and have it face-to-face. What else can you control? You can control how you react to them. You can choose whether to be gracious or not. You can control what it is that you're putting out into the world. Here are things you can't control. You can't control how Sally reacts to you. You can't control whether Sally does her part of the job or not. You can control whether you do your part or not. You can't control whether or not Sally hears the message that you want her to hear. See, once we have this visual, it gives us an absolute place to funnel our energy. All of our energy should go to what's inside the circle. It's that simple. In fact, again, I said it before, you don't even need the worksheet. You can pick up any piece of paper, no matter where you are, no matter what the situation. Y'all, I've done this on a napkin before. You can pick up any piece of paper, draw a circle, write in it what you can control and what you can't on the outside. I love it, y'all. I do. I love it because, so often I struggle with what I can control and what I can't. And this just gives me clarity, and it gives so many people I know and have worked with clarity as well. But here's what else. We want to know, what else do you do to help you learn, see, realize what you have control over and what you don't? Are there other tools that you use? Are there other techniques? We would love for you to share those with us. Let us know on Instagram. Feel free to DM me. Send us a note on Facebook. We're at Coach Katie. You can share your comments on our podcast post on our website, katielangford.com. We would love to know, what are you doing to help you realize that you don't have control over everything? And we will absolutely push out your ideas and share those on our social media. As someone who wants to control everything, knowing that all I can control is my own response to what's happening has been a huge breakthrough. This mentality is a work in progress. Let me definitely assure you, work in progress. But tools like the circle of control really do help. As always, I hope this episode has been helpful, inspiring, or empowering to you. And if you're enjoying this content, I just want to ask you, will you subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or anywhere you listen to podcasts? Will you write us a review, give us a rating, or share it with others? That's the best way to help us to continue to produce episodes like this. And really what we want is to pay forward the knowledge that we have. Thanks for listening to Confidence with Katie. I hope the episode helped you feel more empowered to take control of your dream life and dream career. Start igniting those fires and embrace your inner badass. Until next time, badasses.